New Nation. I am Mading, or it's not often on this show that we feature a guest that has a practical idea to fix South Sudan. Meet George John Mill, a young man who believes that South Sudan's future lies beyond our skies and shores. George is an inventor and a researcher. Given the right tools and ample resources, George believes that South Sudan can take off. Today, Fixing South Sudan is in Monarchy at the home of George. We are here to find out whether this young man's dream is a dream, it's a delusion, or it can become a reality. George thinks that we have a future. George John Mill, welcome to Fixing South Sudan.
Nice meeting all of you at the moment.
You are easily the youngest member of the South Sudan Air Force.
I will say that, yeah.
How did this happen?
It didn't just happen at once. It started since my childhood, yeah. But now that I'm in Air Force, you can see all we were planning for the country. Yeah.
It's a childhood passion.
It's a childhood passion. It's not something I just came up with. Something that I started since my childhood. I used to make aircraft since I was still young, and as you can see, my project until this moment. Yeah.
But childhood. But how did it came about, that dream?
No, I had the passion to become an aeronautic engineer since I was still young. I loved to make aircraft. I had much interest in designing, seeing flights, how they operate, and designing them on my own, and seeing how we can build them up here.
You almost broke your rib at some point.
Yeah, actually, when I was still young, I almost broke my rib because I tried to fly when I was still young. I met some cartons and got on top of the roof when I was still young. I wanted to see whether I would fly like a bird, but I fell. Yeah.
So, coming to this age, so tell us a bit about you, where you have been going to school and things like that.
Actually, I've never been to any aviation school yet. All this is through my research and through my interest and the natural talent God has given me. Yeah, but I'm yet to get to my studies, yeah. Since I'm in Air Force now and they're working on my studies, yeah.
Your parents are from Malakal, and you were born in northern Sudan, and you've been moving between Uganda and Kenya up to the time that you are here. So tell us your journey.
Actually, I was born in Alpha, that is northern Sudan, but since my childhood we moved to Nairobi around 2000, where I got a little bit experience and where I got a chance to be exposed to planes and all this to widen my aircraft knowledge. But later on we moved to Kampala, so I spent all my 11 years in East Africa. Actually, then we moved back to South Sudan.
So you were going to high school in Uganda?
Yeah, I completed my school in Uganda, but since then I haven't proceeded yet with my further studies, which I'm still waiting right now. Yeah, but high school actually, it gave me a lot of knowledge about my project, yeah, because I learned a lot, yeah. But since the time I completed, to me I see it's like education a little bit. When I got the freedom after finishing my high school, I got a lot of time to do my project before before joining my further studies at the moment. Yeah.
So if you learn a lot in high school about your area, that means you are not learning at school.
No, actually the knowledge I acquired at school is not mainly connected to my project, though my studies has a little bit erupted my project, because I see time has wasted my time in what I was supposed to do. If I wasn't because in high school they don't mainly focus on aircraft construction and design, so I see it as an interruption to my project. Yeah.
And there was a time when your father passed away, and you were still a student. In fact, you were about to do examination. Tell us how that sort of connected with your work.
It was actually a bit challenging Because even going to sit for my final exam.
What year was that?
That was 2011, yeah. But since I lost him, of course, if he would have been here, definitely I would have got the opportunity to go for my studies without doing all this project. But
You was the one paying for your school.
he's the one paying for my school fees. But since the time I lost him, I was free. It gave me time to do all this, yeah. Because all that period, it gave me a big gap to stay at home, which opened and widened my brain to do something big, yeah.
So, Kampala, you come back to South Sudan before or after independence?
It's before the independence. We did it there. We celebrated it in Kampala, yeah.
And then you came back, and this thing was actually built in 2011. Tell us about this plane we are seeing here.
Yeah, actually, this plane is called an ultralight. It's designed to be this way, as you see the shape. Some people always ask that why is it almost naked? It's not like a full plane, but it's designed that way. It's an ultralight, yeah. It's just for low altitude.
And what is it made of?
It's mainly made out of aluminum, as you can see, and some parts like the main landing gears, which is made out of metal. Then the engine plus the wooden propeller, as you can see right now, yeah.
Can it fly, or have you tried to test it?
Actually, my main aim was to take it for a test, but I was not given permission to take it. Right. So I didn't get opportunity, but on my side, I'm sure of what I've done, and it's ready for me, yeah.
Where do you get the materials to make this?
Actually, materials I used to get from aluminum workshops, get them one by one until I set up all this project here. But it took me a lot of time to get them here. But mainly like the engine, there's a guy who I ordered it from Dubai.
And where do you get the money to buy those things? And why do you invest your money? Some people will even think that you're crazy.
Yeah, definitely. You know, the issue of the money now, I always hustle, get little and put it down and buy something one by one. But mainly, I sacrifice all my life for this because of the country. Yeah. So it's not that, I know I've wasted a lot, almost 10,000 inventing in all this plane, yeah? But it's mainly because of the vision I have in front of me. So it doesn't matter what I've spent it or how much I've spent it, but the major important part is what I want to do for the country. Yeah.
But what is important is that everything you have done, it's not just these planes that you do. What else do you do?
Actually, naturally, I'm an artist. I do paintings, but I use my art to design aircrafts. Yeah. My arts help me to design aircrafts, mainly drones, unmanned aerial vehicle, as you can see. Yeah. Like all this, the others in the room, all my designs, I make them on my own.
You're just a high school graduate, and you can do all this.
Yeah, actually, and this is not what I'm capable of. This is what I can do at the moment with what I have. But if there's opportunity to get something more than this, all materials are there and engine, I can do something greater than this. Yeah.
And where do you get the knowledge for this?
Actually, there's natural knowledge, and there's research to add on it to perfect my work and my project, yeah, to do it in the right way. You know, for you to make a plane, you don't just come out with the idea. You need to know the rules that govern the flight and all this, yeah. The aerodynamics of the aeroplane, airfoil, center of gravity, these are some of the things you need to know. You don't just come up and design it, yeah.
And so what is next? What is your dream? What would you like to do?
Actually, my vision is a little bit big. It's not something small, because what you see here, I don't aim at flying aircrafts for the country or maintaining aircraft for the country, but I want in future South Sudan to have its own manufacturing company whereby you can produce our own aircrafts in large quantity and in unique designs that the world will admire and even come and buy from us in future even.
So you have been fascinated with the unmanned aerial vehicle?
Yeah, of course, it's the current technology, and I love unmanned mainly because we don't want to lose lives. We need to make aircrafts that can go and do work for us. For example, spraying insects in farms, going to scan different areas here.
And we are going to connect with what you have been saying all along, that you are doing this for the country. And I have seen on the tail of the plane, you have a big flag of South Sudan and it says, "We have a future." When did you do that?
Yeah, actually that one came during the crisis when there was conflicts between South Sudan among ourselves. So a lot of people lost hope during the fighting and all this. So I came out with the idea of putting that theme because most of citizens lost hope. They lost hope in the current conflicts and they were seeing the future of the country is not clear. That's why I came up with that idea to raise them up here, show them that there's a great future ahead of us, not only on the political side, but we have a lot. We are a young nation and we can do a lot of things here for the country.
And what is that future from your perspective?
The future on my section as an aeronautic engineer, I see South Sudan being great in aircraft construction and design worldwide, and one day it will compete with the world-standing nations, the most powerful countries in the world there. And this is what I'm fighting for. Yeah.
It's a big proclamation. How do you get from point A to point B?
Yeah, actually to you it seems big, but this is the vision I have in mind, and this is what I'm fighting for. This is what I'm struggling for, because my whole life is dedicated to this, and I'll do my level best and achieve it. Yeah.
But you get a lot of skeptics who say this guy is just delusional. He's dreaming. Are you not dreaming?
Yeah, people say I'm dreaming, but I always pick the good message from people. I don't care about them, but I know I'm determined and I know what I'm doing, and I know how I'll do it. Yeah. So there's no challenge that I fear on the way. Yeah.
And you're saying this is not impossible.
Yeah, there's nothing impossible. Definitely everything is possible. If I can make this without getting to school, what if I'm given the opportunity to go to school? What do you think will be the outcome later?
And let's talk about the opportunity to go to school. So what is your ideal course that you want to study and you are not able to?
No, actually it's aeronautic engineering, but this is UAV design that I'm going for, which the government is already handling. At the moment I don't want to interfere with the work, but they're working on it, yeah.
But you would like to study somewhere, but probably expensively. So do you have a scholarship or you're waiting for it?
No, it's already there. The government has already provided. It's all about when I will get there, yeah.
And so what would you be studying?
At the moment, they told me of Ukraine, yeah, but they're still working on it, so I'm not yet sure, yeah.
And what would further studies do to enhance your work? And why would you want to go for further studies? Is it to solidify what you have already learned or to learn more?
Actually, yeah, to learn more and to do my work in a professional manner that the world will recognize, because you can't make aircraft and start thinking of selling it or taking it to exposing it to people when you are not qualified for it. Yeah, you don't have the qualification. So things have to be done in the right way. Yeah.
So you